Okay, so I thought I'd do a bit of a blog, or vlog I should say, video log. A bit of a crazy morning this morning. Took the drone out, flew it over the mountains, got a good few aerial shots. Absolutely stunning weather at the moment up in the Campo de Ricotti. Currently about 24 degrees, just off down to our other place to get the Royal Enfield out and take it for a blast and have a bit of a ride. So all in all, life's good and the weather's good, and been in Spain now for 10 years, bought 12 years ago in Spain. Ups and downs to get going as everybody has, but generally life's good. Don't think I'd consider moving back to the UK, Brexit permitting, and if things go as planned and we get to carry on living our idyllic life as we do at the moment. Anyway, I'll walk down and get the other bike out and set the GoPro up and maybe film a bit of my ride around the mountains and give you some running commentary and let you see whereabouts I am in the mountains. Some of our almond trees absolutely bustling with almonds. They won't be ready to pick and dehusk till August time, but a good crop this year with the excessive rain that we had in January. Everything's in full fruit, so you can see some of the stunning views around this area, the Campo de Ricotti. Down at our other place, this is a place we rent out. You can see one of my bikes is parked there. The other one, my Enfield, is actually hiding inside at the moment until I get the new store sorted out. So it's a case of squeezing it through the doorways and getting out for a bit of a ride. This part of Spain's located inland, maybe an hour from Alicante and the Mar Menor, San Javier airports. Probably an hour and 20 minutes to the nearest beach. 25 minutes to Murcia city, but right up in the mountains, probably 1,000 meters altitude at the mountain at the back there, and where I'm at the moment at one of my properties, maybe 500 meters above sea level. Okay, this is the general rigmarole of getting the bike out of the house until things get sorted out. So here we are again. Let's get this on its top stand, get it warmed up a little bit before we take it out for a run. One thing about the Royal Enfield, pretty much the same with most bikes now, they won't run on the side stand. So if you want to leave it ticking over and you want to leave it neutral, it's got to be on the top stand. So Okay guys, just pulled over just to check that the GoPro's still running. Quite weird, I've not been on this bike for a week or so. Last few rides out I've had the big 1500 VL Suzuki Cruiser out. Quite enjoyable, but obviously totally different riding style. It's almost comparable to driving an Arctic compared to a car or a sports car, I suppose. The big Cruiser, really comfortable, great on long stretches, okay if you're careful around the bends, really slow steering. Jumping back onto the Royal Enfield, really confidence inspiring. One of the things I had on my recent trip out on the big Suzuki, I went down to a local town of ours because we have to actually pick our post up in the middle of nowhere here. We don't have a postman like you do in most countries, so we have to go and pick our post up. But most of the roads, as you can see where I'm standing here and down towards the junction down there, and where the tractors go on and off the fields, there's lots and lots of loose mud, shale. And I was going around a bend further down the mountains into the local village, or local town I should say, and the big Suzuki, the back end kicked out a slight bit, and with the big section tyre on the back of the Suzuki, it really knocks your confidence. It doesn't matter how good a rider you are, a couple of times on a big bike and the back end steps out, you're going to be a bit wary in these bends, not knowing what's coming up. Now this, although it hasn't got, it's only got road tyres on it, you can see they're just Avon, I don't know what the make is, Avon Road Rider, same on the front and back. Not overly treaded, but to be honest, if you hit a patch of sand or a gravelly section on the road on this, it's so confidence inspiring, and just riding it's so easy to ride. It's a really incredible feeling, especially on these roads out in Spain. I'll go and take a few shots and ride further around. You can see some of the area. But these roads in Spain are so bad that throughout history, especially with the poorest regions like this in the Franco times, there's no big motorbikes in this region at all, or in most of Spain. In fact, the biggest bike most people would have rode back then was maybe a 250, 150s were common, Ducatis, and all the early bikes in Spain were all 150, 250s, 200s. So even a 500cc like this would be considered a big bike here in Spain. But perfect, the weight and the ride of it, the way it goes around the corners and it handles itself, really confidence and inspiring. No matter what country you're in, if you're going to have it as a town bike in the UK or in the rest of Europe, it'll be really good. But for me, it's just a joy to ride, especially on these really bad roads. Beautiful spot up in the Campo de Ricotti. This is the Ermita de San Jose in La Boneta. A little tiny place, only a few houses, but these little ermitas are dotted all over the place, and date back to when the farming areas in this community were really more populated than they are now, obviously. Even has its own road name, Calle San Jose. off-road in here, guys. It's quite capable off-road. It will go over most of the ruts and potholes that you throw at it. So you can see some of the stunning scenery again. This spring at the moment it's a lot greener than normal for this time of year. Well, for any time of year in this part of Spain, to be honest. We've had quite a high quantity of rainfall during the winter, and it's led to some stunning scenery and some stunning flora and fauna. Some of the wild flowers and landscape that it's changed, and greenery that we're experiencing at the moment is something I've not seen in 10 years living in Spain. Okay guys, 6 months in with this bike at the moment, and I'm constantly reviewing it and trying to pass my opinions over and let you know how I feel about it. But to be honest, it's hard to give you an analogy of how this bike makes you feel when you're riding it. Some people are just, as I've said in previous videos, they're just not going to get it at all. It's just going to go straight over their heads. The only way I can really describe it is that when I was 17 I bought an RD 250, which was every sort of boy racer's dream at the time. It was a stock road bike, didn't have cafe racer style, it had straight bars on it, and the thing about it, for me at the time, it was a mode of transport, and I used that bike to get to work during my apprenticeship, and rode it every single day in all sorts of weathers. And it wasn't so much an adrenaline buzz, it was more like we just gelled together, and it was part of me. I was so used to the bike, so confident. I could throw it around bends, throw it around right hand bends, scrape the side foot pegs, but it never gave me any jitters, or it never sort of gave me any feeling of uneasiness. Then later on, as I started riding bigger bikes, you push these bigger bikes for the adrenaline buzz. You'll be in second gear on a 1000cc Super Sports, knowing full well in second gear you can hit 70 mile an hour in next to no time without even changing out of second gear, and now and again you just let it off the leash and you do it just for the buzz, and that's where the problem starts, especially in the UK compared to Spain. Now in Spain the culture is really crazy. You'll see a lot of people saying that look at that guy there, he's on an R1, he's in a pair of shorts and a pair of flip-flops. Okay, he might be on an R1, he might be in a pair of shorts and a pair of flip-flops, but people don't rush around. When they're on bikes in Spain, they're tootling about. It's no different to riding a mountain bike or a road push bike, going down 60 mile an hour in a pair of lycra shorts and a pair of gloves and a silly little hat. Do you know what I mean? You've got to look at this sensibly. Okay, I advocate wearing gloves, wearing a helmet, wearing a jacket, but most of the time in the summer, if it's really hot, I'll go out in jeans, a t-shirt, a pair of gloves and a pair of boots. Okay, if I come off I'm going to get scuffed up, but people don't ride that way. They ride sensibly in Spain to a certain extent. There's not the same mad culture. We have got circuits and racetracks here where people go and ride and really sort of get the most out of the bike if they want to get the road race experience. But all in all, I would say that what I find with the Royal Enfield, it gives me the same sort of feeling of security and the same bond that I had with my early bikes when I was 17, 18. It's just totally confidence inspiring. It holds the road well, it flies around the bends, it's like glue going around the corners. So 6 months in, I'm loving the bike more than when I first bought it, and like I said before, it's not going to be for everyone. Some people just are not going to get it. If you've come up in the racing scene and you're 17, 18 and you've been brought up in the 90s or even the 2000s, 90s, even in the 2000s, like most of the young ones are now, and they're riding around on the 600cc Super Sports and whatever, they're never going to jump back onto one of these and enjoy the experience at all, because it's raw. It's a raw riding experience, but at the same time it's thrilling, and it's really hard to describe. You've really got to try it for yourself. The only thing I would say is if you're commuting down a motorway every day to get to work and you're using it as a commuting bike on long stretches of roads, dual carriageways and stuff like that, it just wouldn't be the right bike. You need to be either in an urban environment or using it as a commuting bike in an urban environment. So you need to be in a rural environment or an urban environment, but not on motorways or long dual carriageways. But all in all, I mean, it's, for this part of Spain, it's absolutely stunning. Where when you're riding around, I stop at garages and gas stations, and the old guys come over and they're talking, and straight away, how everybody says, if you see reviews on Royal Enfield, people straight away think that you've restored an old bike, and they want to talk, they want to know all about the history of the Royal Enfield, how it was a UK bike and then went to India. So apart from the nostalgia side of it, it's just a different experience to any other bike I've ever ridden. And to be honest, I wouldn't even knock the quality on it. It's no different to a lot of the Suzukis or other bikes that you can buy, especially American bikes. Some of the Harley Davidsons, the early ones, the quality's really poor, you know. So would I recommend it? Yeah, have a test ride, try it, and I'll keep making these videos and get some shots of the stunning scenery. Like I said this morning, I was out flying my drone and I was walking up the mountains, hiking around, taking a few photographs, and I'm still hoping to get the Royal Enfield experience out in this part of Spain off the ground and get a few more bikes and try it, because I really do think no matter which way it goes, that people who do come over and try it and spend a few days and ride out and enjoy the countryside are really going to get into this type of bike and the whole experience in general. It's just a different, I mean, now the temperatures are up in the mid-20s. It's a whole new experience. I've really enjoyed riding the bike all the way through the winter. I've really gelled with the bike, and like I said earlier on in this video, getting out my big cruise and riding that around, I still enjoy it. It's a great bike to ride, it's comfortable, but when I jump on this, it's hard to describe. It's just like, it's like putting your favourite pair of slippers on, or your favourite t-shirt, or them jeans that just fit exactly right, and you don't have to keep bitching them up, and they're comfortable, the ones you always go to that when they wear out you're really pissed off. But yeah, keep following my videos. I mean, they're going to be mixed bag, they're going to be bits of everything, but I'm going to keep doing videos on bikes and Enfields, and maybe keep you up to date how this idea of the tours in this area is going to go. They're not going to be overly expensive. I'm not going to try and compete with these people who are charging €1,000 for a week's off-road biking and touring around. I'm going to keep them reasonable, but obviously cover the overheads and obviously make a profit out of it. But keep an eye on my YouTube channel, subscribe if you want more information and you want to keep up to date. I don't get a chance to get videos out all the time, but when I do, if you subscribe, they'll come straight to your inbox. And again, thanks for watching. So here we are back where we started, with a rockin' Robin bobbing away there on the top stand. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe, and like I said previously, I'll get some more videos out to you, and you can keep an eye on where this is going. Cheers, thanks for watching.